Good morning, guys. It's the Artsy Gamer back again for another video in our channel. Please grab your teas, grab your coffees, you know how it is. And let's do this. Come on then, come on, let's have a sip to start the day, come on. Or shall I say, start the week. It is Monday, and oh boy, have we got a good one again today, guys. So yes, if you're new here and you're into retrospectives, complete unboxed experiences, art and graphic design, you are so in the right place here. So definitely consider giving this channel a subscribe and a like to the video if you haven't already. And actually, guys, it is getting a little bit more colder in the UK. I'm not gonna lie, clocks changed over the weekend. We did gain an hour. We did get an extra hour in bed, but yeah, guys, it is a little bit chilly, so give me 2 seconds. Oh yeah, that's much better, guys. Yeah, definitely. And come and join me, guys. Get your dressing gowns on if you want to, because it is relaxed over here on the Artsy Game. We don't take life too seriously. Anyway, guys, again, I just want to say a massive thank you to everyone who has subbed to my channel to reach my 200 goal. And yesterday's video was a giveaway, and I just want to remind people, if they haven't seen it, definitely check out my previous video on my giveaway. It is where you get a chance to win this really lovely Spyro that I drew a few years back. All details on how to enter is in that video, but I will just give you a recap. You will have to like that video. You do need to be a subscriber to my channel, and all you need to do is pop in the comments down below what is your favorite game of all time, and that will gain you an entry. Yeah, and already there's been some lovely comments flying in. I've seen Tekken in there, I've seen GTA, of course, San Andreas, a big one, a Crash Bandicoot. So yeah, people are entering. So yeah, don't miss out if you want to have a chance to grab your hands on this Spyro. And yes, details for the winner on how I will send this to you will be, arranged when we get there for sure. But yeah, well done everyone for, getting this channel up there for 200. And I believe when we hit 300, I've got to draw a Hagrid. Yeah, a PS1 one at that. Anyway, guys, let's take a sip. Let's take a sip before we start our topic of conversation for this this week. And actually, guys, before I get onto that, there was a little thing that I do want to quickly show you again over the weekend. It was a Let's Colour and a Let's Draw. We actually did the whole shebang this weekend, Let's Draw and a Let's Colour. And I managed to complete this really awesome wheezing, actually, inspired by this card here that we picked out last week. Yeah, and there's my take on it. I actually kind of gave it more of a graffiti style in the end there, but I think it just works. Yeah, I mean, kind of like to the eye, people think, what the hell is that? But the vibe that I have gone for is kind of like a graffiti style, and sometimes in that artwork it is just patterns and shapes that make the viewer kind of question, what is that? And they can interpret it themselves, and that is such the vibe that I went for here. My interpretation of it is like symbolizing army there with the camo, pattern, which I think works really well. It is for my colleague, so he is a massive fan of Chelsea. So I have kind of got the main figure there in a Chelsea kit, or somewhat Chelsea kit, and the colours there. So yeah, and then just like a little lovely unique icon there, which has really kind of gone graffiti, hasn't it? But yeah, and then of course signed it, and I will give it the Artsy Gamer hashtag as well. So yeah, that is for my colleague. I'll be giving it to him, I think think I'm going to give it to him on Thursday, I believe. So yeah, I'll probably keep you updated on if he liked it or not. But yeah, just thought I would show you that. That was this week's Let's Colour and Let's Draw, inspired by this card here. And thank you to Dr. Black Eagle for recommending the idea of, you know, finding a Pokemon card, pop it in a hat, whip it out, and that'll be the Pokemon you draw. And then look, it was really successful. We managed to get a little present there done as well. Right, now guys, I can move on to today's topic, and we are going to be looking at the good old Nintendo Wii. Oh, baby. Yes, yes, yes. So, here we go. Why you ask? Why Nintendo Wii this week and just a random video on it? Well, I have got this Nintendo Wii lying around, not hooked up yet. I have got all the cables for it, but I am intending to put it in my, you know, my little setup somewhere. And I do want to get some Nintendo Wii games on the go and Cube, Game Boy, gosh, the Nintendo Cube. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. Anyway, guys, oh my gosh, I need a sip of coffee. Let's go. There we go. Yeah, the GameCube. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, because I don't know if people are aware, but you can play GameCube games on the Wii as well. So yeah, I do want to start building up a little bit of a collection. Now, I think what we'll do today is we're just going to have a little look at this beautiful piece that I have got here. Just the aesthetics, of course, some core memories, and you know, getting into that nostalgic talk, and some games that I do want to pick up on here and do a complete in-box experience. Yeah, and also, guys, recommendations. What are your, you know, Wii games you would recommend for me? Anyway, like it's all, you know, artsy gamified, let's start off with the aesthetics of the Nintendo Wii. Now, I am a sucker for white. If you're a long-time fan of the channel, you will know that I love white products. My PS5, well, I do have the standard edition, it is white, but I do have a lovely white strip on the back, just to keep it, you know, nice and white and clean. My PlayStation 4 is white. Completely white. I have the white controller, etc, etc. If I could get my hands on the white, you know, what was it, PlayStation 3, I would. Currently I don't, because it was just my old one that I had back in the day. And you know, if there was a white PS2 as well, which I think there is one lurking around in Japan or something like that, but yeah, you know, if I could easily get my hands on a white PS2, then I so would. But yeah, my phone's white, car's white. I digress. You know, I'm a big sucker for white. So when I saw the Nintendo Wii for the first time advertised, I was like, whoa, okay, yes, this looks a bit of me. You know, I love white products, and this just looks so sleek, don't you think? And I would say really futuristic. And today, I would say this still really holds up against, you know, the PlayStation 5. It's a really small, lightweight product. When you turn it on, actually, the disc insert here actually lights up blue, which I thought was really futuristic. And actually, I really love how you just fed the disc in. For me, that was a first time experience back in the day as well, especially coming off the PlayStation 2 and the PlayStation 1, where you'd have to like press a button, either the thing would flip up or, you know, come out and you have to place your disc in. But the way it just kind of like sucked your disc into the device itself, I thought was really, yeah, futuristic, and actually blew my mind a little bit, yeah. So that part of it was really lovely as well. I think I did see little advertisements of it, you know, going in. I was like, whoa, you know, like, wow. And yeah, the overall look and design is just really sleek. And again, you know, me being me, it really caught my gaming eye, yeah. So, I mean, wow, where shall I start? Shall I get a little bit nostalgic first, or shall I keep going? We'll keep going with kind of like the look first. So now my, you know, copy here, I say copy, is it copy, my model? is actually quite pristine. I do have all the flaps, you know, just here. Now, very common for the Nintendo Wii. These flaps could just easily get knocked off, broken, and then you're left with a Nintendo Wii with just a big bit of black at the top there. Yeah, really not my vibe. But yeah, this one here is really, really pristine. And of course, all flaps are in, yeah, good condition and working. Just coming along the back here, again, just really simple ports. Again, really, you know, put out nice and clean, you know, not faffing around. It's just simple, you know, here, and here, all the connections ready to go. Lovely little fan, you know, nothing is made too, you know, gross and obvious. It's all just little subtle placements, yeah, just to make the design really, really work. Yeah, I like how they have got some angular effects here, and that is seen through most of the, you know, most of the product actually. You know, you've just got it angled off here. The actual front of it, there's a slight angle there, which I really, really like. Yeah. Overall, I think the aesthetics of this is really, really lovely. Now, actually, just going on to this. Okay, if I just open that up again. Oh, God. I don't want to break it. These are very temperamental. Very temperamental. Oh, I was going up. Oh, God. Wrong way. First time YouTuber, I can still say that, guys. So yeah, but what was really special about the Nintendo Wii was that, yes, you could play your GameCube games on here. Yeah. So that is why that vent is there. These are where you would plug in your controllers and you are good to go. So now, guys, yeah, just moving on to some of the games I want to pick up. We will get back to that bit in a minute. So yeah, really, really lovely device. Now, games, yeah. Well, where do I start? Like I said, do I get nostalgic first or not? Okay, let's just go with basic games first. Nintendo Sports or Wii Sports, whatever you want to call it. Classic game, okay? Everyone had it. It was I think it was just a launch title, or every Wii came with Nintendo Sports. Now, I think for me, that kind of, I guess, blinded my experience with the Wii. Because everyone was playing it. I just had vivid memories of just, you know, friends coming around my house and just playing on it, because the motion controls for that were just next level. They were really fun, really interactive, and what most important thing was, it was so accessible for everyone. Now, if you weren't actually mad on gaming, you know, you would still have a really good time playing on Wii Sports. And I had lots of friends growing up that were not into gaming. They were not gamers, but every time I hooked my, you know, Wii up and my friends around, they would have an absolute blast, because it wasn't really giving like hardcore game vibes. And because of that, I pretty much spent the majority of my Wii life, shall I say, playing Wii Sports. And how sad is that? Because I was so unaware of the vast library of Wii games that you could get. And not only that, you know, GameCube games as well. So yeah, I think this is me summing up why I really do want to also build up a Wii collection and a GameCube game collection as well. And I know those can be quite pricey, but you know, some really lovely games I wouldn't mind, you know, getting stuck into and reviewing for the channel, I wouldn't mind picking up for sure, yeah. So yeah, it blinded me, it really did. And there are just some fantastic games that I've seen also in my little gaming community that I do want to review. So I really want to have a little, you know, dabble, you know, the whole kind of that complete in-box experience, artsy gamer vibe of the Mario, you know, Brawl series. You know, like how awesome is that? You know, the fighting games, how brilliant. I really want to have a go at some light gun games as well. Apparently, I believe, what is it? Something like Silent Hill. It's not Silent Hill, but along those lines, you know. We've got light gun games similar to that. A lot of horror games they've gone for with the light guns. I really want to have a little dabble with that. Yeah, absolutely. Zelda. I've never played Zelda before, and this was massive on the Wii. Yeah, so I really wouldn't mind having a good old dabble at Zelda and doing a complete in-box experience of that. Yeah, absolutely. So there are a lot of games I do want to, you know, go for, have a little deep dive in, and probably have a really fun experience. But yeah, GameCube games. You know, I want my classics. I want my PS2 classics on here as well, especially the GameCube, because, you know, how, like, you know, retro and how awesome would it be to have actually start to build up a little GameCube collection as well, because I will have access to play those games, yeah, on my Wii. How amazing. I will just need to get a controller and stuff like that, but yeah. So that's where I'm coming from. I was very blinded with Nintendo Wii Sports, and don't get me wrong, fantastic game. But okay, now going maybe into a little bit nostalgic talk here. My dad at this stage wasn't really into gaming. He'd kind of lost the gaming vibe. I think he just, I don't know, he got busy with work. My dad travels a lot. He's actually currently in America now. He's still traveling a lot. And it was a period where he would be just away for months and months at a time. And that was pretty much the Wii, I would say, yeah, is pretty much the last console where he had a quick dabble with on Wii Sports, yeah. And that was that. Yeah, that was him ended. I don't know why. Like I said, it may have been because he just, you know, there was a lot going on at work. I haven't really spoken to him about that really, and he never really went back into gaming, sadly. And today, you know, he doesn't really dabble with it. It's such a shame because he was so, you know, a massive influence in my life when it comes to gaming, especially around the PS2 era. So he wasn't there influencing me at all to pick up this game, that game, and knowing him, it would have been like a really realistic game as well. So, you know, that would have then maybe triggered me to go, oh, actually, there are a lot more games on this system. Let's go. But because he wasn't there for that, yeah, unfortunately, I didn't really have like an amazing experience with the Wii at all. I just have some, basic memories, just being an old granny, you know, doing the whole bowling thing with the motion sensors. So yeah, that's that. Really, really sad actually. But I'm here. I'm with you guys, and then hopefully we can actually maybe start to build up a bit of a Wii collection as well. Yes, I'm so up for that. Definitely give me some recommendations. I would love to know. But yeah. Like I said, really lovely device if we're going on off the aesthetics there. Not really much more to say. Apart from it is really sleek, really futuristic. I love that about it. I mean, yes, there's a little bit of grime here. I can easily, you know, take that off with some sort of thing, maybe a little bit of like an alcohol wipe or something, because it is really stuck on there. But nevertheless, this is a really, really pristine condition. I'm actually really happy with this. Yeah, just look at that. And like I said, I've got all the cables. They all look, you know, really immaculate as well. So yeah. In fact, come on then, guys. Come on. It's the artsy gamer. I don't know. I'm just really just rough and ready at the moment. We're gonna go in the back and we'll just have a quick look at the cables. Let's have a quick sip. Let's just go into the back, you know? Let's just go into the back. Behind the scenes, I like to call it. Behind the scenes in my dressing gown. So yeah, here we go. Got all the cables, all functioning. There we go. I probably won't need this connection. I do have a TV with just the basic, you know, SCART cables there. But yeah, look at this. Absolutely pristine. It's almost brand new. It really, really is. Yeah, absolutely lovely. But it is the original Nintendo Wii, you know, plugs here. I don't know if you can quite make it out, but it does say, yeah, Nintendo on here. So it is all the, you know, the original stuff. And again here, you know, the Nintendo logo just coming up there. But yeah, really, really lovely, sturdy device here. You know, so I've got all the cables, the motion bar, I did see it. I'm not going to go back, but yeah, motion sensor is there as well. So yeah, really, really good. Yeah, not even, no scuffs or anything on this. So yeah, really, really nice. I'll pop that down to one side. But yeah, full collection there. One thing that I do need though is actually a controller. I don't have a controller for this yet, so I might have to have maybe a little on Vinted, maybe, guys, CEX, to get some controllers. I'm sure you can pick them up quite cheap, but you know, maybe if I'm wanting a little bit of an artsy gamer one, I don't know, like a Zelda edition, they might be a little bit more expensive, but I do need a controller for that. But yeah, here we go then. So really going to my nostalgic talk now. I'm just probably going to give you a memory of when I picked this up for the first time. Yeah, I think that's a lovely memory to share. And then as I go down with, you know, some complete in-box experiences of some Wii games that I pick up, then, you know, I can diverge into other core memories that I've had. But like I said, it is mainly blooming Nintendo Wii Sports. But anyway, here we go. So I first experienced this at a friend's house. A friend that I would only see every now and then. She was at school, I was fairly friendly with her, but it was on the very odd occasion I would go round to her house. You know, it wasn't like one of like a hardcore friend that I would see every weekend and, you know, it wasn't like that. And we went into her house and instantly she pointed at the Wii and was like, yes, let's go on this. It's a really good bit of kit. And I was like, oh my gosh, you've got a Wii. And in the back of my head, I was like, oh yeah, I've seen these advertised, yeah. And in my head, I'm thinking of that lovely white, you know, Wii and everyone playing with the controllers, you know.
Nice shot!
You know, that classic, yeah, advertisement. And I was like, wow. And it was the first time I went on a Wii, yeah. And oh boy, it was the best experience I ever had. And of course it was the Wii Sports, of course. So we were playing on bowling. Yeah, I think bowling was the one that we were just continuously playing because it was really fun. I think we went on to a bit of boxing as well. She had the nunchuck and stuff, so she was showing me all the different controls. Tennis as well, actually, tennis, yeah. Had a really lovely time. As soon as I went back to my parents, I was like, Dad, I've got to get a Nintendo Wii. Please, I've got to get a Nintendo Wii. He was familiar of Nintendo because, you know, I had a DS and I had a previous Game Boy Advance and stuff like that. So he was like, oh, all right. Well, you know, we're not going to get anything just yet. Maybe a birthday, maybe a Christmas. You know how it is. Yeah, you know how parents go. And I was like, oh no, you know, I was desperate. I was so desperate, but okay, fine. But at this stage, by the way, it was actually more like Easter time. My birthday's not until the winter. Christmas isn't until the winter. So in my head, I'm like, damn, that's such a long time to wait. Yeah, but it is what it is. And I just thought, well, okay, I'm just going to have to wait it out and, you know, just experience it around friends' houses if they've got one and as and when. But there was one evening when I went round to a different friends. It sounds like I've got all these friends, guys. I really haven't, but it was school time. You know, you make lots of friends at school, don't you? And that was a thing. You would go around people's houses. And I knew I had been pestering my dad a little bit. You know, I knew I'd been pestering my dad a little bit. But I got picked up. It was dark. It must have been about maybe, I don't know, 7, 8 o'clock at night at this point. I had tea at my friend's, so it was getting on. Get home and I sit down and I put on a little bit of TV, or I may have just been watching what my parents were watching. And I was like, man, I really want that Wii, Dad. I really want that Wii. And he goes, come over here. And I go, why? And he goes, come over here. And I was like, what? And he goes, I've got you a Wii. And instantly, guys, I was like, no, you haven't. And I actually burst into tears because I knew he was messing with me, or at least I thought. I absolutely burst into tears and I was like, no, you haven't got me a Wii, you haven't. And he held up a controller. And oh my God, I think I screamed. The whole neighborhood down. Yeah, it was an incredible sight. Just him holding up the Wii controller there. And I was like, oh my god. And of course he fired up Wii Sports. And then I spent most of the majority of the evening gaming on my Nintendo. It was just an incredible, incredible memory, and a lovely one at that. So yeah, I think this is also why I definitely need to start building up a Nintendo Wii collection as well, don't you think, guys? Yeah, I've got to. And like I said, I have got some games and the completing box experiences lined up. So yeah, that will be on the cards for this week, I think. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, what a core memory that was. Right then, it has actually become quite a long video now. I wasn't expecting it to be that long today, but it has. So yeah, here we go then, guys. I just want to say again a massive thank you for everyone for supporting my channel here and over on TikTok. Again, please do enter the competition because I do want to, you know, give away my art as a massive thank you. So yeah, and yeah, I guess this week's topic of conversation and recommendations for the Nintendo Wii. Let's go, let's get commenting. That is me then, guys. That is the Artsy Gamer. I'll see you in my next video. Over and out.